Alright, hello everybody. Wait for a couple people to join, then we will start the stream. Alright, so wait for a couple people. Hello everybody. So we got 8 people in here. So lately I have been inactive, I will admit that. I currently am working on a couple different figures, of which I will disclose at a later date, but except for, I'm making a couple Star Wars figures because I know a lot of you like, because the ones I'm making currently are not Star Wars at all, so I am making some Star Wars figures on the side, which involves that torso and that helmet. So I'll be doing that, and I need to finish Phasma, and which honestly this cast is pretty bad, but I'll talk about that later. Yeah, so hello everybody. Hopefully there's more people. The viewers are slowly climbing, but don't forget to smack that like button. Anyways, so yeah, I'm making a Battlefront 2 ARC Trooper. I need to design Cape Sword. Actually, this is from AV Figures. I do not have a good waist cape, but I sculpted the torso last night. It looks pretty good. It's a little bit lopsided. I'm not entirely sure it's noticeable, but yeah. But yeah, finally live. Yeah, happy Independence Day. So what I'm going to do first is actually paint the torso. Even though the Procreate is already dark gray, I will add more dark gray just to smooth it out. Let me use this brush. But yeah, so I just am painting over this essentially. This is not a good brush to use actually. Let's use this one. Just painting over it to give it a smoother color. But yeah, I'll start reading the comments in a second. But I figured I'd stream. I'm gonna get back into it at some point. It's very hard to find time to stream. So, but I'll try and make some time. Cause I know you guys like it, so. But yeah, so there's that. Need to get the excess off the top. That's what I like about this ARC Trooper. There's no complicated torso design. And besides the sculpting, it's relatively straightforward. But yeah, so there's that. The line in the middle is a little bit thicker than I would have wanted, but it's all good. And I also got like a crap ton of toothpicks in the mail. That's not even, I have 2 of those, so it's like 1,000 of them. Hello, Mega Man, nice torso, thank you, Rebo. How can I donate to you? I can't use YouTube. You can go buy stuff off my Bricklink store. That always helps, but you don't have to feel obligated. It's not required. As long as you're here, it's all good. Yeah, so now I'm gonna paint the bottom part of the torso. So the bottom layer on the figure is actually so thin in the game that I figured I would just sculpt the chest like pretty thin already, just so I could paint this in. Um, just because it's literally just like the slightest little. It elevates off the chest so little that it's not even worth trying to sculpt. So. All right, I think that's good. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit off camera. Sorry if you hear background noise. Okay. So there's that. It's a little bit locked. Yeah. Okay, I need to change it a little bit more. Okay, there we go. I think. And I believe that it extends down a little bit past the the belt area, like, or the belt area. Okay, so there we go. There's that. And so the cloth, I already tested it. It goes well over it. Like, you might think that because it's sculpted there, it might like push it up, but I think I'm gonna super glue it down on the edges to make it really fit on. And the backpack, I'm going to use my plastic cutter. It's just called an Open It, and I'm going to cut off the handles on this backpack, and then I'm going to sculpt the two little cylindrical shapes over on the right. So yeah, I have $300 to spend. I mean, yeah, you can go to my Bricklink. It's has figures, parts, whatever you need. Yeah, and you'll actually get something out of it instead of donating. I mean, you'll get my thanks and probably praise for the next year for donating it, but you can go buy stuff on my Bricklink. You can go to my Instagram and then click the link in the bio, which my Instagram is just bricks_minifigs1078. So, yeah. And yeah, so that does it for the torso. I need to look. What's weird enough is that it's really hard to actually find just photos of the Battlefront 2 ARC Trooper on Google. So I actually had to go in the game and take photos of him, as you see. And then yeah, so it goes just a tad bit past. So it goes a little bit past that second area with the, I don't even know what those are. I'll paint it and I'll show you guys. So yeah. But my iPad really does not want to charge. So like even when it's plugged in right now and it's still basically draining battery. So we'll see how long this lasts. All right, see ya. Yeah, so again, it's a little bit lopsided, man. And no, there's an ARC Trooper in Battlefront 2. Yeah, there is. They added it. Um, the new one, not the old one. But I'm sure there's an ARC Trooper in the old one, probably. But they added it, uh, not the last update, but the one before that. It's actually a pretty fun game now. I did not like it when it came out, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, there are droidicas too. I mean, it's getting there. It's probably at the best it's ever gonna be because everything feels a little bit balanced, like as well. So, yeah. Hello, Oom9. What are you making today? Hello, Tossy Figs. Oh boy, it's Joe. I'm making the Battlefront 2 ARC Trooper. So I sculpted the top chest piece. I'm painting the bottom because I need to make the cape fit on. And by the way, I actually hope Clone Commandos come soon as well. But I need to make a ton of capes, and I will later this uh, July, probably. I think towards my birthday, probably, um, which is like the second half of July. I'll probably be making a lot of capes to list because I need to redesign mine. They aren't the greatest. Finish fire. I know I need to, but literally these. Okay, I don't hate AV figures. Hate is a strong word. I just dislike a lot of his products. Like the helmets he hooked me up with, the First Order helmets are pretty good, but like the First Order cast he gave me to Chrome literally won't even stay on the hips. Like the torso is so loose that it literally barely hangs on, and it leaves the space. I can push it down as hard as I want. It literally just it won't go down any farther. And this leg won't go on all the way, and literally like it's I don't know. It's just annoying. The arms are great. I don't have a problem with the arms. Like that looks I don't think it'll focus, but oh man. The arms are fine. But it's just the frickin' body and the legs. Pyre might turn out better because the gold doesn't show um, as much like wear as the silver does. The silver fades pretty fast, so loving the history through figures. Who's next? Uh, here, I'll pan over. So this is all the body parts for that dude. I don't think, what is this? I don't know. Yeah, it's everything above this coat essentially. And I need to trim this down, which I put over him a while ago. Because as you can see, I have not been working on it, but I'm going to start allocating time every day to start working on it. So until then, I shall not reveal the name, but you probably won't be able to guess it, to be honest, but it's all good. All in time. All right, so I need to touch up the torso a little bit more. That looks off. This is tedious. This is why, like, it's so hard when you make, like, one little mistake. It can just screw up the whole thing because you have to go over it and over it again and again with more paint. Then it creates, like, layers, and then that creates a problem of its own. Because then the paint gets blobby as you try and apply it, so I think I need to pour out some new paint. It's a pretty mellow stream. Hopefully when I start uploading, people will come back. Yeah, man. But as some of you might know, I am a CAC addict, and they released Mall Mandos, which I kind of want to buy. However, my birthday is around the corner, so I do not feel the need entirely. So I might hold off on those, but you can expect at some point me to either review them, unbox them, or do some sort of thing with them. So there we go. Finally. I'm going to need to go over that later once it dries with another layer, because it's a little bit uneven as far as where it's like lighter and darker. So now I'm just trying to get rid of that residue. All right, but yeah, so there's that. Torso done a little bit almost. I actually, so his what is it, his, I don't know what to call it, his back pockets, those are black, so that's actually what I need to do next. If you don't know, Model Master is a great paint, very high quality. You just cannot screw up with it like I would have if I used it on the front torso, because otherwise then you just have to scrap the entire thing. So yeah, actually I don't think I want to use, I want a little bit of a lighter black. Like the Model Master black is like a really, really dark black, so I need to use a probably apple barrel. So I don't know if I want to keep the gray lines or get rid of them. I think it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm going to fill everything in because the backpack is going to cover up most of it anyway. But yeah, feel free to talk about whatever. I don't know. What do you guys have on your mind? Stranger Things Season 3, perhaps? It's probably why a lot of people aren't here. Everybody's watching the show. I never got past Season 1. I really didn't care for it. Yeah. I mean, it's a good show, I guess, but it just didn't really captivate me. Yikes, that looks really bad. Alright, time to go back. Me too, yeah. You know, I would play some background music, but I'd probably get copy strike, or I almost said copy strike, copyright striked. What was that girl's name who said copyright or copy striked? Because now every time I want to say copyright striked, that's what I think of, and I say the wrong thing, but whatever. Don't worry, I'll play the music. No. If, like, even if I played that for literally a second, I mean, it's crazy what people are getting copyright strikes for nowadays. I believe it was Mr. Beast, I think, who literally got copyright striked for whistling the song. Actually, you know what? I am going to extend these pockets all the way down. Because why not? Okay. There we go. So now that is pretty much done. I'll just need to go over it later. If you don't know, I created a newish arm design for, you know, I just realized I made this for phase 1 because I was going to make Thyre with like the phase 1 Thyre, but I can extend it to Battlefront. Doesn't matter. Battlefront isn't really canon, so. Also, what's weird is they call it an ARC Trooper, yet they don't use the ARC helmet. Like, as you see, like, look at that. Like, literally. It's just a phase 2 helmet. But, yeah, so, yeah, as you can see, I painted the communicator, I painted the elbow pad, the shoulder pad, pretty much everything. It wraps all the way around too on the inside. It is a little bit messy, and I might not use this arm, and I might paint another one because it is a little bit just, this is the first attempt, so there's a lot of going back and like cutting away stuff with the X-Acto knife, which obviously leaves residue. So, but yeah, the gray in the middle is just for the markings for where I want to paint it. But are you doing the whole fig today? Probably not. I don't know. I don't think I can finish it today in this stream because my iPad is going to die in like probably 7 or 8 minutes. So here, wait, let me scroll up. How has your day been? It's been pretty good. How about yours? Are you painting with wooden sticks? Yeah, these are toothpicks. Well, so I've been using a combination of toothpicks, but I have my brushes over there as well. And so toothpicks provide a much finer point. I trim them down with my X-Acto knife by literally just going like this. And just rotating it. But yeah, toothpicks work pretty well for fine points. Paintbrushes, not really. And the really thin paintbrushes cost a lot, so. Meanwhile, toothpicks cost like $5 for 1,000 of them, so. Are you sub to PewDiePie? Of course. Here in Germany is much more harder with copyright. Yeah, copyright laws are so stupid sometimes. Like, it's a very gray area between fair use and what's just outright re-uploading somebody else's video. But yeah. All right, I think the top dried, so I'm going to paint another layer. On the top of this. I'll read your guys' comments in a second. Is anybody going to any conventions? I have been debating if I'm gonna go to any this year. I'm definitely not going to Brick Fair, Virginia. It's too far, too much money. Maybe I'll go once I am out of high school, so only 1 year left. All right, another layer. You gotta keep adding layers until everything is even. Or you can just paint the areas that aren't, but then it gets all blobby in some areas. But yeah, so if you guys have any ideas for what the bottom half or bottom 3/4 of this figure should be, I'm going to use this helmet. I don't know what design I want to go for. Also, if you haven't seen my other figures for some reason, actually, first of all, I found these 2 figures that I never, I don't know why I still have them, but I don't think somebody ever claimed them, because they were originally for somebody, and he never messaged me back when I asked for his address, so now I have them. So they're pretty cool. Little bit just sloppy because they were from a while ago, but I mean they're still pretty high quality. But yeah, and then I am thinking about getting rid of my Aiden and redoing her. This is probably one of the first sculpted figs I was actually proud of. This chest piece has been driving me crazy though. Actually, I might just take this off because it's glued on there. I might literally just take it off and redo that. But other than that, it's a pretty good figure. And the head matches relatively to what her face is. I don't have the hairpiece on me, but yeah. So there's that. Fordo, just kind of a random figure I did. But like this one does have my capes on it, but as you can see, like the colors don't match, so I need to make like more capes just to match certain characters. Satile, I haven't actually made a review on her or the older Public Trooper I did, but yeah. So let's do a little bit of a Q&A. If you guys have any questions, I know a couple of you posted them already, so I'll go through those. Oh boy, fives. What is the gold painted helmet for? That is for Pyre from Star Wars Resistance, I think it's called. I don't know. I don't watch the show. It's for somebody, so. Should I use water slide decals or paint? You know what? Decals, like the ones you get from AV Figures, they're really good. They're really high quality. This Trauma I made, with, I bought from him, but it's water slide decaled. And it's good for quality. It's just, it limits, I feel like if you go down that rabbit hole of decaling, it's just like, you kind of limit your creativity because you can only make the figures that he releases. So I feel like it's more valuable to have skills that you can make whatever you want pretty much. So I don't know. It's up to you. If you really want to just jump to quality, I'd say water slide decals. But if you want to do the long haul, you should do paint. I just got my package from Clone Army Customs, did a video on them. Nice. When is Brick Fair? I live in Virginia. It's like August 4th or 2nd. How do you buy clone torsos for cheap? Normally, I just go on Bricklink and buy them. I have quite a few random pieces in here, just blank torsos, clones, everything. It's not all my parts, but the rest are under the table. I'll take them. I love that, Aiden, thank you. Yeah, I think my favorite is still probably either Satil, the Havoc Trooper, or Sabine. This helmet with Sabine is just my favorite thing that I've painted. The visor is literally perfect. The hair, people keep critiquing the hair, but I don't care, honestly. It's like her hair is so paper thin in the show that it's just like it doesn't matter to me. I do admit that I needed to blend it a little bit better, but I had no idea what I was doing back then, so literally like 6 months ago, but still. But yeah, if we put the helmet on, there you go. Actually, let me raise that up. There we go. Yeah. And then I painted, or the Dark Blade, whatever it's called. I don't know. Need to touch up on my Star Wars lore, but yeah, the backpack, everything. Let's see here. What is your favorite CAC clone? Ooh, that's tough. I think it's currently their exclusive one. I got 2 of them. Oliver Knight, good question. What was it? Oh, okay. AV Figures is decals, right? Yeah. What material do you sculpt with? Procreate. It's literally, it comes in this. It doesn't look like that, but it comes in these little cylindrical, like 2 separate cylindrical putties, and one of them is white and the other one is black, and you mix them together and it hardens in like 20 minutes, and you can create stuff like this ARC Trooper torso or Captain Phasma's details or not Phasma, Cardinal. This one I definitely need to update. So I think I'm going to be getting rid of Aiden and Phasma at some point. I'll probably sell them. I just need to redo them. So, because they were my first sculpted figures, along with the First Order Executioner, which is on the other side of my room. What are you making? I am making the Battlefront 2 ARC Trooper, so. Yes, I'll buy them. All right, I'll let you know when it goes on sale. I'll probably be selling it on eBay. I love the look of them. Thank you. So the arms for Aiden can move without. The shoulder piece is actually connected to the torso, but you can move the arm, both arms, without damaging it. And the only thing is you cannot move the legs, which is why she's on the stand, because of the pants detailing I did. So in hindsight, I'm going to make them a little bit movable on the next version I do, but yeah, and the same goes for Cardinal. You can move the arms, but you can't move the legs, so they're good for display. Not much else, though. Not trying to undersell them, but do you make non-like armored figs? Yeah. These 2, and mainly all of, well, Fordo too. He doesn't have any armor, it's just all painted. But a lot of it does require sculpting, I feel like. The only thing that's sculpted on Satil is her chest, but other than that, everything's painted. And honestly, I think this was probably one of my cleanest Jedi figures I've ever made. And if you don't know, I made a Star Killer a while ago in the Sith Stalker outfit. So yeah, that was pretty cool as well. You know Rocky Balboa, yeah? It's a worthy sacrifice for cool Lego figures, yes. That's exactly my philosophy. But yeah, so you can expect Battlefront 2 ARC Trooper soon. Whatever this ends up being. Soon as well. and I will be continuing History Through Figures. I will release the first episode relatively coming up here pretty quick, so to get ready for that. I'll be continuing the Old Republic figure or project on the side because I have those parts for the first 20 figures, so might as well. But I think I'm going to end the stream, so before I get cut off, because this video, I do just keep my streams up because people want to watch them. So yeah, we did a little bit of work, got the torso done. Other than that though, you guys can expect those videos soon, and I'll be trying to upload more and stream more, preferably for more than an hour. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon.